Welcome to part 2 of my mini series here. I did my eyebrows in the last one. If you haven't seen it and you want to learn how to do your eyebrows, you should probably go watch it now while you have the chance. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in with the foundation and concealer, both portion of the episodes. So we're going to go ahead and do my primer for my face, which is the Photo Finish Smashbox, which I use on my eyebrows as well. If you haven't seen it, I suggest it. It was a good tutorial, more or less. And I'm just going to go in my whole face besides my eyebrows with that. And bring it up the neck. Wipe it off on your pants. And done with that, we're going to go ahead and jump right in with the Tarte Hydration Foundation. If you didn't see my review on it, I do suggest it. I really loved it, and I'm going to keep using it because it was expensive as hell and I don't get promos or free makeup. I'm not that popular just yet. So I like to do one down the nose, 2 on the chin. I like to do some cat whiskers right here. One right here. Cat whiskers. And then, of course, we're going to do a little mustache, so I'll go ahead and do, I guess, a Hitler stash. And let's go ahead and do 4 on the forehead. Forehead. That's some real bad coffee, Dave. You hear that? Alright, so I usually like to put a good amount. This dries really fast, so we're just going to go ahead and start blending. I like to blend in and out, and from the inner out. Sometimes I forget to go in and back out, but this is also, or from what I've heard, one of the most effective ways to do so. And instead of like dragging it like some people do, I just bounce. Just keep bouncing it on the skin. Bring it back to the ear. Just bounce it into the skin. The reason we bounce is because not only does it blur the foundation to a very, very nice, not quite matte, obviously it's not the matting foundation, but it does matte pretty nicely. It buffs the foundation in without completely moving it, which obviously is the desired look. We want the foundation that we put to, for the most part, stay in place. Alright, now we're going to do the forehead, which I do like to do from the in out. Now I did just do my eyebrows, so I do like to be careful around this particular area and blend it up into my hairline. Because I have a very pink complexion, I do like to cover up a lot of that irregular pink color all throughout my face and blend it up into my hairline so it's not like normal bright pink. And of course, I did put concealer over my eyebrows or to smoothen out the eyebrows. So this foundation is definitely going to help make that color look less prominent, because you can blend all you want. Sometimes the eyebrow concealer does not quite go away. Now I'm going to go ahead and take it once again and go down just a little bit on my neck. Sometimes I'll have a little bit of foundation left over. Sometimes I don't. So I just have to put a little bit more just to really get the color even throughout. Alright, and now that it is fully blended, some people would just go ahead and set that. However, this is a very setting foundation already, so I do like to wait and do my Tarte Shape Tape before I set everything. Just to prevent like oversetting. Like I don't want to put cake and bake where I put all my foundation powder already. So we're gonna go ahead and do my little dot sequence there, as well as, and I do a good amount of dots under my eyes. I do like to lighten that area very much so, due to work in college and just gene genetics. I do have pretty dark circles under my eyes. I also like to put a little bit on the forehead to give it just a lighter complexion and even out that pink tone, because you can still kind of see it through the foundation. On my nose, a little bit on my chinny chin, and finally I have been really liking to put it on my mustache and right here, so it just really sharpens up my contour. And those are just like the places I do like to put them. Sometimes I put a little too much in places like my nose, and you can just take that and put it in somewhere else. I do like to stop the concealer here at one of the pivots in my jaw. I don't want to bring it all the way down to the chin concealer. I do not want a reverse chin strap. And if you don't know what a chin strap is in makeup terms, like my boyfriend who's editing this right now, it is when you do your contour here too dark and on your chin too dark, so it just looks like one big beard. And I like to keep the concealer kind of in the same area that I put it. Sometimes I'll move it, but I do like to keep it out in the same place. And then I like to buff it out with the flatter end, so I blend it out with this, buff it out with the flat, just to really set it into my foundation and skin. I do use a damp beauty blender. If you were wondering, I think getting the Real Technique damp beauty blender works very, very well, at least for me. And then we're just going to keep this around the mouth, not bringing it too much into the nostrils, just blending it because I do sweat a lot there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do my nose as well, finish that off. Along with the buffing like I did, like the padding for the foundation, I also do that a lot and do a lot of the bouncing for the concealer. I feel like, especially with Shape Tape, if you try to drag it down, it will not turn out the way you're hoping, and it will not only drag your Shape Tape concealer, but also your foundation. Whatever foundation you're using, it can be using the Shape Tape or your preference of concealer. It will do it both. And as you can see, with the eyebrows done and the face it's coming closer together, completing the look more. I can't do it without looking at the mouth. It's impossible. Not impossible, but not what I meant for sure. And my advice for people who are not very good at concealing or foundation, or just face in general, the best thing you can do is blend. And I will just continuously bounce the flat end on my face, really set that concealer and make it look like a flawless under eye without any bags. Alright, so now that everything is completely buffed into the skin, I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye first things first. I get a lot of bags and wrinkles and under eye color, so I do like to set it as quick as possible because I'm a smiler and a talker and I use my facial expressions a lot, as you can tell, and that will crease if you don't set it properly in time. So I set both under eye first with this wet beauty blender, and I think wet beauty blenders also bake better because they can pick up more of the powder. And then you're gonna want to go ahead and do the rest of these spots that you have concealed with this translucent baking powder. Alright, so you can pretty much see everywhere I have my baked powder. It'll be here, except where I contoured. Now, with keeping the powder on, you're gonna want to take your face foundation powder, especially if you like to mask your face like I do. And you're gonna want to take a large flat brush or a large flat powder brush and swirl into that. And everywhere you didn't put any bake, just pat it into that area, those areas. Like I said, I don't like to set my face powder until I've done my concealer and bake, due to not wanting to overcake the powder onto my face. Liquid foundations and concealers and stuff like that, it's a little different because I am going to put bronzer, contour, blush, highlight, so many powders on my face already because I do like powders. The last thing I want is to put more, flesh colored powder to set the products on my face. Alright, now that's all set, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your biggest, fluffiest brush. If that happens to be the one you just set your face with, that's fine. Ooh, I almost forgot my neck. That would have been bad. And for the neck, you can just do some patting, and then you can just blend it. Alright, like I was saying, you can take your biggest, fluffiest brush, this one's really soft, and you can go ahead and start wiping off all that powder on your face. Now, if you're doing eye look with this, I would suggest keeping the under powder on just to catch fallout, but because I want to make it look nice and smooth, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it should look like after it's done. As I said in the last video, it might not look like this right as you do it. It might take some practice. It just depends on how used you are with makeup. I'm just really used to it. So after doing your face and your eyebrows, this should be the look that you get with your powder, your foundation, your concealer, and your bake and your powder foundation. It just looks very smooth and seamless. If you still want to go over it with the brush a couple times, you can just to blend more of it in. And then if you want to go back over your brows with the spoolie, that's also optional. Put myself in the eye as well. And that will be it for episode 2 of this mini-series. Thank you for watching. I will be posting another one out shortly about the contour and bronzer, and then maybe one about blush and highlight. I don't quite know yet. Maybe I'll do a 2-parter in one day. We will see, but that is all for today, so I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.